Hi, friends. Thank you for joining us on Food for Thought. This is a special edition on Food for Thought, and so we're going to be talking about online ministries. And so I'm going to invite our producer of our show, Ben Barber, to come on board. Hey, Ben, how are you?
I'm good. I'm slacking though. I don't even have the right background. Let's do the magic trick, okay? Three,
Okay.
two, one. There we go.
Wow, there it
Thank
is.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
How's it going, Father Sunil?
it's doing great. I'm doing great, Ben. I'm always great when I get to speak with you in person. It's really good. Well, and this is in person.
Yeah. This
This
is
is in
sure.
person. Yeah,
This is in person. This
yeah.
is in person as it is now, right?
Right.
So
And also, I just wanted to make sure that that you know that I'm grateful for all that you do for us. It's you create magic with us, and especially through the after this through the midst of the pandemic and afterwards. This is a way in which we're connecting to a whole group of new parishioners, and we thank you for your work.
well, it's my pleasure, and it's been an honor to work with everyone at Christ Church for the last 2.5 years. Wow, it's been a long time.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah.
Um, so we wanted to talk a little bit about online ministry, the online ministry stuff. It's also stewardship season
Yeah.
at Christ Church, and in a minute we're gonna walk everybody through how they can be a part of the church in their pledges and tithes and offerings as well, which I realize that we've never really done. We've never really just actually walked people through it. So I think that that would be a good thing to do just really quickly. But one of the things that we are trying to do is that there's been a for 2.5 years now, there's been a large subset of uh Christchurch parishioners, members, so many people have come back, and that has been wonderful, but so many people are still watching online, whether that be a situation like Betsy where she moved during the pandemic to a different state and is still able to connect, or some people that still don't feel comfortable, at certain times because of COVID situations, or maybe are have mobility issues and wouldn't have been able to get to church anyway, or just they found the church and they maybe don't even live near here, and all of those things, which are wonderful. um but what we're trying to do right now is to do a little bit more reach out and make them know that they are not just a fly on the wall, but they are a part of the community, and that's why we do shows like Ask a Priest, where they can ask you questions directly. It's
Yeah.
also it's also why we have brought back the virtual coffee hour.
Yeah.
And that's another really exciting thing. Directly after church on Sunday mornings, you can hop in and have a conversation with other people who are watching virtually just as you are, from around the country and around the world.
Yeah, no, I think you said something to me that was so compelling in a meeting a while ago, maybe about 3 months ago, when we were talking about this particular issue. We were talking about during the pandemic, we opened up the church. We welcomed people to in through the online ministry, and then you said, "Well, Sunil, although we opened up this ministry." Now that we're opening up, in regular in-person services, you're trying to think about ways to do different things to welcome the people in person, but you still have to remember the online community. And what you've done is open the door to them, but you really haven't offered a drink to them. You haven't offered hospitality to them. And I thought that was the most insightful and compelling thing, and that's why we've engaged in we're continuing with all of these wonderful food for thought productions, and also of course with the online coffee hour, online Bible study we're going to be opening up soon, Episcopal 101, in which we learn about the Episcopal Church and offer that on Zoom or online. And so all of these things are helping us to be conscious that our reach is not just the doors of this church anymore, the door of Christ Church, but rather it's all over the world. I mean, we have people watching from Florida, Arizona, outside of Philadelphia, of course, and then There's the people from the Middle East and in Africa and Australia. I think it's just amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And when you look at the demographics and the numbers of people that are reached by Christ Church every month, it's kind of mind-boggling. And but it's absolutely wonderful. And yeah, I had forgotten about that analogy. It's true. One of the things that we do during church every Sunday and every Saturday night during the Holy Eucharist services is we put this on screen every time, which
Yes.
is obviously one of the things that you miss when you are watching online versus coming in person is communion. And this is the prayer of spiritual communion that gained popularity during the lockdowns in 2020, and we still use it.
Yeah. And you know what? This prayer actually connects us to people like Betsy and who's outside of Philadelphia. And she's praying this prayer, and we are praying this prayer with her. In fact, one of the things that we have to do is maybe reintroduce this in the context of the service, just so that we know and we're conscious and aware that there's an online community that is praying with us and watching the service with us, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it is also stewardship season.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be a very long episode of Food for Thought. We just want to hit a bunch of things. But if you have, we also have this scroll at the bottom. Um, let's see here. Join the community. And let us know how we can better serve our online community. Email your ideas to communicate at Christ Church Westerly. You can send in questions to parishadmin@christchurchwesterly.org. Um, so all of those things, like, reach out, be a part of it. We want you to be.
Yeah, definitely. And if you have a prayer request, or if you have anything that you want us to, if you want us to remember you in prayer and even have a conversation with you, we could do it. I'd love to do it. In fact, I'd love to continue to engage the online community. And yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ben.
How dare you, Father? So
Bad breeze, bad breeze.
so one of the things, some people watch online, they watch on Facebook, some people watch on YouTube, and some people watch on the website. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, there's always a link to click to the website. And right now, since it is stewardship, first of all, I'd like to have Father Sunil, can you tell us a little bit about what stewardship season is at Christ Church?
Sure. Okay. So in stewardship season, this whole month, uh, we try to help us fund the budget of the church, especially for the next year. We're working on next year's budget, and I'll tell you, the online ministry, although it's very gratifying and it's a wonderful ministry, and and it actually has helped our congregation to grow and thrive as we engaged in it. It's still an expensive ministry. We still have it's a significant chunk of change, and so what it is we want to continue to do this ministry along with the other ministries that we have in the church. And so stewardship is an opportunity for people to make during that stewardship season or month in our church at Christ Church. It's about 4 weeks. We have a stewardship committee that puts together a program, and each week in the service, we talk about the budget and our hopes and dreams of doing ministry into the next year. And so and through that month, we ask people to consider making a pledge of whatever they can do to help us fund the budget for next year's programming, and especially the programming regarding online ministry, because this is an important ministry in our congregation. And so we do this with pledge commitments, and on November 1st, people are supposed to bring in their pledge commitments, but you could also do it now online. You can make these commitments to help us fund the budget for next year.
Absolutely. So here's the Christ Church website. And so if you're watching church on the website, it's very simple. And if you're not watching church on the website, again, in the description of the video on Facebook or YouTube, there is a link to the website at all times. It will bring you right here, which is the homepage, and right under the welcome video, or sometimes this will be the live stream of the church service on Sunday mornings. Right here, you just click donate, and that's really all you have to do. And it will bring you to this page, and you can choose a weekly. Say you want to give, 5, 10, whatever you would put in the plate, 20, whatever, $1, it doesn't matter. Say you would want to put in whatever you put in the plate, weekly, or you could do monthly, or you could do a full year pledge. Or if you want to have somebody's name in memorial, there's an option for that. There's a donation, which includes the purpose in the comments. And this could be, you want to donate directly to the communication budget. You want to donate directly to the Altar Guild. You want to donate directly to something else. You can do that directly on there. Arts Commission, Vacation Bible School. There are options right here. But since what we're talking about right now is stewardship, you can do a yearly stewardship pledge, which is a one-time thing. You can do a weekly stewardship pledge or a monthly stewardship pledge. And this will set it up so that it automatically takes it out for you. So what I did personally is I set up a monthly stewardship pledge, and you can just put in any amount here. Say you want to give $50 a month. There you go. You can choose to add $1.52, which helps cover the fees that are associated with using cards and whatnot. And you can choose to make this a monthly donation, which is right there. You authorize PayPal to Let Christ Church, and then you hit next. So I'm gonna do this because let's see where this takes us. I'm gonna take this off screen for a second because I think it's gonna take us to some inappropriate stuff for me with my bank account. But that's how quick it was, right? You just click the button underneath the video to donate. You choose the options. You put in how much you want to do, whether or not you want it to be a recurring monthly charge, and that's it. How long did that take me, Father Neil? 30 seconds?
It didn't take you long, but more than anything else, I want to thank you, Ben, for pledging. Thank you for making that donation to us. And I know it's an important thing that you're doing, and you're actually it speaks of your spiritual journey too as you make this pledge. And so I am grateful for that. But yes, it didn't take too long at all. For me, what I do is I do a physical pledge. I drop it in, and so what we'll do is on All Saints Day, for those people who have pledged online and are helping us to meet our stewardship needs for this church, especially for this next year, we'll remember you in prayer. And we know that you have joined us on this journey. And of course, we'll also be capturing your information. So we'll be able to kind of give you information about about the things that are happening, and include you in our prayers and our thoughts, of course.
Absolutely.
And give you a thank you note too, and include you in our grateful prayers to God.
Yes, absolutely. And I just put a comment out as well. So if you're watching this on Facebook right now, you can just click the link in the comments, and that will bring you directly to the website. And we appreciate everybody who watches, whether or not they pledge, everybody who comes into church, whether or not they can give, that's all.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Siri. I hit Siri on my computer. Yeah, you did that earlier when we were recording Ask a Priest.
I did that with Alexa.
Oh, it's Alexa.
Yeah.
We shouldn't say her name too loud. But anyway, thank you so much. And again, the entire point, the reason for the prayer of spiritual communion, the reason for online coffee hour, the reason for these shows, and the reason for Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesday morning prayer and Compline, is to give everyone that outlet for church, for that relationship with church, with their faith with God, and and that's what it is. And the stewardship is literally just that. It is being stewards of that ministry, and guiding it so that it can continue to grow and help reach more people.
Thank you, Ben. And just a final thing, you're right. We're grateful for any pledges towards this ministry, but more than anything else, we're grateful to God that we can connect with you. And even if you don't make a pledge this year or donation, that's okay. Still continue to watch the programming, find God's Spirit in the midst of it, and then help transform the world. That would be the best gift possible.
Amen.
Amen. And
Goodbye.
Ben, thank you. All right. So then I think we're done, I guess, right?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. God bless you, my friends. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Did you know that you can join Christ Church from anywhere in the world? If you're feeling connected to what we're doing, email us today at communicate@christchurchwesterly.org.